gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many blessings that you have given us. Among those, you give us a plow that we can work, support our families. And now we give back unto you a portion of those earnings, knowing you love the charitable giver. In his name we pray. Amen.
Certainly, I appreciate everyone, especially our guests that are visiting with us.
Amen.
Thank you for being our way to worship the Heavenly Father in spirit and in truth. I'm glad Joe had a short sermon. I told him I was going to do a little speaking after that. But I want to stage this in, I think, what's a matter of importance. I always turn on the television every morning to see what the weather's doing. So I know how to schedule my day if I have a day. And they had an interview with a Methodist preacher. And he said something that, not necessarily that it's wrong, but it just led me to thinking. That's bad when I start thinking. But anyway, he was talking about the coronavirus, obviously, and how this would, basically it was kind of God encouraging us, I'll say that to get better acquainted with our families because we're staying home.
Yes.
Anybody, and I'm not complaining about that, that's not the point. Preachers do make analogies, right, Joe?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So that's okay with an analogy. I have no problem with the analogy. But I want to make a little analogy also. When Darius made the law to Daniel,
Yes.
and about
Yes.
praying to God and God accept him,
Yeah.
Daniel pretty well ignored it.
Yes, it did.
And by the way, the Bible says that he waited till it was well known. So evidently he let everybody know that that's what's going on. He didn't say anything to anybody else about I'm going to violate it.
That's right.
He just went in, and Darius prayed all night. He realized he'd made a mistake. And I use the word mistake anyway. He'd endangered, but he had to carry it out because that was the law of the Medes and the Persians.
Yes.
So after spending a very restless night, he went ahead and, he himself said to the crowd, to Daniel, God will deliver you.
Yes.
Daniel didn't say that, by the way.
Right.
And so he threw him in the lion's den and sealed it.
Yeah.
And the next morning, of course, he spent a restless night then too, by the way, waiting.
Yes.
And then he called into the cave, I guess, that Daniel was in and said, was God, your God, able to deliver you?
Well,
And when he heard the voice of Daniel, he was very pleased.
Yes.
Now, I can make an analogy of that, but the reason, and I'm going to, but the reason I want to say that is, we've been separated from our brethren.
Yeah.
And I know we that are attending here might have a tendency to say to our brethren, why weren't you here?
right.
We need to apply Paul's advice to the Roman brethren and on about the weak and the strong brethren.
Yes.
We don't need to fuss at them about not being here.
Come on.
No.
After all, in Hebrews 10, if you remember, they was talking about the very fact that the day approaching, it didn't say the Lord's day, but that's probably possibly what it meant.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, they have not forsaken the assembly.
Come on.
And that's the important clue.
Yes.
And I think Mark, if I'm not mistaken, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, It indicated evidently some that were staying away was kind of wondering why we were together. Am I not right when he said that? I think he did.
Yes.
So there was concerns them going, you know, how do our brethren here assemble when there's so much thing? Well, let's not judge them for not assembling and let them not judge us for assembling.
Amen.
Because if we do,
That's right.
we're going to be fussing with each other and arguing with each other and separating the church. So please, when they come back, and let us not smugly say, why weren't you here? I mean, you know, so it'll happen
It'll happen.
if it happens in love
Yes.
and concern about others. So, you know, that's what I wanted to bring, the most important message, in my opinion, in that. With the analogy of Daniel, we could say, you know, Daniel knew he was going to have thrown in the lion's den, and yet he just defied all odds. He wasn't smug about it. He just went plainly to the thing in the lion's den and proved that God was faithful. Now, God, according again to the Hebrew letter, doesn't say he's going to do that to everybody. And that list of things that faithful people did, he listed a lot of good things that God protected them. But he also listed a lot of bad things when someone killed too.
Yes.
So we can't be sure that God's going to take us one way or the other.
That's it.
You know, that's just the way it is. And we need to be aware of that.
Yes.
So I wanted to please make that plea to you, and I want to adopt it myself at that point in thing. So that's number one. Number two, Damian Lowe sent the church a letter. He always sends us a letter, and they are having, of course, the same problems down there. And they are having 3 and 4 services a day, Sunday, to accommodate that type of thing.
Yes.
So that's good. That's showing the church is concerned. Damien is working. He said that his family has terrible allergies. Janice can relate to that. And anyway, the very fact